This is Late Night Health. This is the radio show that cares about the most important part of your life, your health. During the next hour, we're going to do something a little bit different, the insane Daryl Wayne and I. We're going to talk about angels throughout the hour. We'll wrap up with the author of The Messenger, Robert Clancy, who joins us each and every week. At the top of the hour, we'll be talking with a young woman who is she talks to angels. She talks to past lives. We'll find out more about that. And we're going to start with the author of a book, co-author of a book, Michael McAdams. And the name of the book is An Angel Told Me So. Michael, welcome to Late Night Health.
Hi, Mark. Thanks for having me on.
Our pleasure. One of the things that I think we need to talk about is that right now we've got so much chaos in the world. And while I don't want to specifically talk about, the social unrest and all that, I do want to talk about, can angels guide us and help us to have better health?
I have a evangelical Christian background. I was brought up Pentecostal. And those with a faith-based background, they read and learn about angels, archangels, guardian angels. People who are more spiritual in nature, they read and learn about spirit guides, spirit teachers. They're the exact same thing as angels, just viewed from a different perspective. It's not New Age. It's not anything against Bible teachings. But they are there, and they exist outside this physical plane.
But a lot of people who have backgrounds like yours don't accept this. And have you run into that as you talk about your book?
On occasion. My grandmother was called to the ministry when she was 30. My uncle was a fiery Pentecostal preacher, John W. Sullivan, and my grandmother, she had received messages in the form of sermons dictated to her mind that she would write down and preach in church. She was given words to songs that she would sing in church. But people with a faith-based background, they will most always interpret that as God speaking to their heart. Spiritual people realize that spirit guides, spirit teachers do exist. They're all God's direct representatives, and they have the ability to provide us with dictated messages and teachings that we can accept or reject at our peril.
Because we have free will.
We have that pesky little thing called free will, the freedom to choose, and more people will decide that, they think it's their conscience, their imagination. They're told that I wouldn't do that if I were you. You might want to take a second look at this, whether it's a possible companion, a car, a job. And they want it so badly, nothing's going to stop them. And then when they get it, they regret it.
Well, there's an old saying, be careful what you wish for, you may get it.
This is true.
Right. Tell us about the book and your mom. This book was dictated from an angel to your mom. Tell us about that.
Actually, the title, An Angel Told Me So, and I usually tell people that, how do you know this to be true? An Angel Told Me So. But An Angel Told Me So was the title that my mother had come up with. And she had been spoken to most all of her life. She received messages most of the times in thought, like most all of us do. And the message on the back cover of the book, have you had the opportunity to read the book yet, Mark?
I've been reading it, yes. I'm enjoying it.
On the back cover of the book is a message that she received working around the kitchen one day. And these words started to come into her mind, and she wrote that in longhand on a paper. I still have the paper. May I share that with you?
Yes, please.
All right, it's short, but this is how they speak. Emptiness is part of fulfillment. Let your resources fill the void left so that distinction of your purpose can be found. Expression is always self-explanatory. Therefore, look inside and anchor all your beliefs beside those still waters that will take away your troubled view and renew your strength to recapture that which was lost but is now found to be adequate to pursue the course set before you. And as you reconcile your being to represent those qualities that have been left intact, God will see to it that although circumstances have been trying, to say the least, your weariness will disappear as clouds once removed allow the sun to shine to dispel the gloom and darkness that has pervaded your countenance. And as once described before, a token of this presence will be deposited to your account and books recorded in his name. Dictated word for word from a spirit teacher that was advising her that she felt that she should put these messages in a book.
And in putting her messages into a book, you asked the question already. How do we know this is from an angel and not your mom's thoughts? Or are they one and the same?
As she was led to sit down in these dedicated sessions, she had set up a typewriter in her kitchen. And she would be led, it's time to sit down and receive. And when she would sit down, she would light a candle, say a prayer, ask for protection, because you are opening your mind. And she said that she would just relax her mind, and 3 or 4 words would float in and just hang there in her mind. And they would not go away until she typed them. Once she typed those words, they would just fade away, and 3 or 4 more would show up. She was taking dictation, and these messages were dictated word for word. Many times the sentences are 110 words long with punctuation, and many of the messages are signed with the name of the spirit teacher that presented the message.
Like Archangel Michael, or I don't know the names of any other angels offhand, that kind of thing?
You continue to call them angels, but
yes.
I would call them more spirit guides or spirit teachers. As a matter of fact, a number of the messages were signed, your loving guide, your loving spiritual teachers. Many are signed in plural, some are signed in singular. I have personal messages to me that were signed, your spirit brothers, your spirit light.
So can these messages help us maintain positive attitude, positive health in the physical realm?
They can. They can, because thoughts are things. Your mind controls your body and your environment. The majority of these messages are evangelical Christian in nature, and they speak truth, and speak wisdom that is woven into these messages like a universal thread. Volume 1 of the book, there's going to be 3 volumes in the series, were pretty much all personal messages to my mother and to me. But everyone who has read these messages has said, well, this sounds like what I'm dealing with. This sounds like they're talking to me. And I tell people, when you first
I'm
get
sorry,
the book,
Michael, we're running out of time on this first segment. As we have all these problems today, the tension in our major cities and our, the COVID-19, can these messages at the very least relax us so we know that we're going to come out okay on the other end?
What they do more than anything else is give you the confidence to know that you can handle it, and the presence of purpose to know that this too shall pass.
Our guest is Michael McAdams. He has taken the writings of his mom and her spirit guides and turned it into An Angel Told Me So. I heard a voice say, if you look in the pillow, you'll find a crown. We'll find out what that means as Late Night Health continues. Be sure to join us at latenighthealth.com. That's latenighthealth.com. And you can also tune in to facebook.com/Late Night Health Radio. The Insane Daryl Wayne and I continue as Late Night Health moves forward. Recently, I met Jacqueline from Bright here in Los Angeles. She gave me a hearing exam and then showed me how to hear again with the new Signia Pure Series hearing aids, and she can give you your life back too. I hear birds chirping, birds cooing, and even my wife. They easily connect to my smartphone. The Signia hearing aids are amazing, and with the charge and go, I don't have to fiddle with batteries and hear all day long. Not hearing is frustrating for you and your family. I know you don't have a problem, but trust me, call Bright Here now for a free hearing exam, a $125 value, yours free, just for making an appointment now. There are offices throughout the Los Angeles area. Call Bright Here now at 323-424-7100. That's 323-424-7100 for a free hearing exam. There's no obligation. Call now, 323-424-7100, or visit them on the web at brighthere.com. Late Night Health is proud of our partnership with the EBC, the Evolutionary Business Council. Check them out at ebcouncil.com.
You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Alyn. The show continues in a moment. If you're listening to Late Night Health right now, you're part of the growing target of baby boomers we're serving. Hi, I'm Daryl Wayne, producer of Late Night Health, inviting you to join the Late Night Health family. If you have any business targeting the growing boomer market, Late Night Health is the ideal advertising vehicle for you. From vitamins to insurance, alternative health to Western-style medicine, Late Night Health caters to the growing population of those over 40 years old. This vibrant demographic has expendable income to fight aging, purchase travel, take care of aging parents, or just have fun. Find out about the advertising opportunities with Late Night Health. Call us at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308, or email us at info@latenighthealth.com. That's info@latenighthealth.com. Join Late Night Health as we empower people to take charge of their own health care. Call now at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308.
There's a lot of talk all over the internet about the remarkable benefits of Carbon-60, and baby boomers are especially excited about it. Greska's Carbon-60 is the premium Carbon-60, developed by an aerospace and NASA scientist. 95% of Greska's customers report positive results from this Nobel Prize-winning technology in just 4 days. Imagine more energy, better health, and more vitality. It's very bioavailable to quickly mend toxin-crippled cells. This is a super powerful antioxidant. Bob Greska is so confident that you'll love his Carbon-60, he wants to send you a bottle at 50% off the regular price to see how life-changing this will be for you. Call 720-600-6040. That's 720-600-6040. Visit c-60.com to learn more. Call 720-600-6040 now, or visit c-60.com. Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. We are talking with Michael McAdams. The book is called An Angel Told Me So. Michael, during our break, we were talking, and I guess with our fast-paced society, forget with all the junk that's going along right now, but we're so busy. You know, we have the kids and soccer and older kids and grandkids and all this stuff. Are we listening to our spirit guides, and do they speak to each of us?
They do. We have an innate ability. We are born with the ability to communicate with spirit guides, spirit teachers from the other side. People with a faith-based foundation, prayer is a form of communication with their angels. But this body of material that Wilma Jean has received in the form of these messages and teachings not only offers proof of the existence of a spiritual realm outside this physical plane, but here are communications in the form of messages and teachings dictated word for word directly from the spirit teachers who inhabit the realm. And we are all we all have that ability to be able to communicate with our own spirit guides and spirit teachers.
As kids, many kids talk about dreaming that they've been flying, almost like an out-of-body experience. They may have an invisible friend. But at some point, most of us don't fly anymore, and we don't have that invisible friend. Is this kind of the innate ability we have, and because of, radio and TV and the internet and iPads, iPods, Androids, all the technology that we have, we kind of forget to listen?
Well, I believe that when you're young, before you've been jaded by life and experience, that you are more open because you haven't been told that it can't be done. You aren't told that it doesn't exist, or if it does exist, it must exist in form, one way. And I believe that people can bring that back to that themselves and be able to pull themselves in to the communication with their spirit guides and spirit teachers.
Do you regularly communicate yourself? I mean, I know you've taken your mother's work and have put it into a physical book, but do you yourself communicate or receive communications?
Once anyone makes the connection, you never lose it unless you choose to ignore it. And that connection is there. When I was looking for a publisher, I was online looking at a website for a publisher, and the publisher asked a number of questions about your work. One of the questions was, what makes your material unique? Why would anyone want to read this? I thought, that's a really good question. I'd never thought about it before. And I was sitting where I'm sitting right now at my computer, didn't really ask, just relaxed my mind, and an answer was given word for word. May I share it?
Sure.
The uniqueness of any material is in the manner in which it touches the soul. An open and searching mind pulls the soul and the body in which it inhabits onward and upward with hunger and determination in its quest for spiritual nourishment, ever mindful that the path upon which we walk is the path toward God. Lives lived, experiences endured, goals accomplished, and loved ones lost are all encounters upon that path. Strive always for the highest possible communication with our Heavenly Father. Believe in yourself, as the Father within you is guiding, leading, directing, and comforting you upon this journey that we call life. Blessings be upon you as you walk your chosen pathway. And when it got to the end, it just stopped.
Wow.
I take no credit for that. I just said thank you.
Some people talk about divine intervention. Is that the same thing as what you're talking about?
Well, divine intervention, can be anything. It can cause you to slow down at an intersection so the car running the red light in front of you doesn't hit you. It can cause you to not be able to get a job, or not be able to be in the wrong spot at the wrong time and meet someone that wasn't going to be good for you. So there's a lot of divine intervention. Spirit guides, spirit teachers, they look out for us. But again, we have free will, and we can be advised and told that this is not the best move or the best time to do this, and we can choose to listen, or we can choose to ignore it.
Growing up, were you watching your mom sit at the typewriter in the kitchen?
I was older when she did this. She had been spoken to, like I said, all of her life. There on the website, spiritspeaks.com is the website, and there's a television interview that she gave in Cincinnati. And she talks about when she was younger that she would be standing in the kitchen doing dishes, not really thinking about anything. And she said that these teachings would be made known to her mind, and she would just listen as she was doing the dishes. And when they would get done, she commented, she said, this was really good stuff. So like I said, I was brought up, my mother was a lot more religious than I was. I tended to be more spiritual than religious at an early age and had a lot of questions about organized religion. And
do you
my
still
mom
have
wasn't
those
really
same
sure
questions?
about some of the stuff that I was reading and got involved in, but I asked her one time, I said, can you have an open mind? And she said she could. And this is the result.
Do you still have those same questions about organized religion and consider yourself more spiritual?
Well, I mean, there's a place. I believe organized religion is necessary. It's a social construct, and it's reinforcement for faith. But a lot of people, as we get older, we tend to become more spiritual than religious because we think there must be more, and there is.
We think and we want. Our guest is Michael McAdams. He's taken the works of his mother, Wilma Jean Jones, and put it into a book. It's the first of 3 volumes, An Angel Told Me So. In our remaining couple of moments, you said you had something coming up in the second book that you would like to share with us, a short passage that might be beneficial.
It was the message, and this was the only time in 22 years we're in these sessions where she was led to sit down and receive. 2 different spirit teachers moved in the same session, gave 2 different messages, and signed 2 different names. But this was the first teacher's message. There is a resurrection period through which man must travel in order to come into the realm of things godlike. You are to consume and digest all that is given here, as this comes from one highly qualified to meet the needs of this generation. You are not the sole property of yourselves. God still holds the everlasting command over your being, and in him must one take refuge. You are to be considered as one who has been stripped of all belongings and left to die by the wayside. In this manner, are you then open to any help that would be forthcoming? You are by your very nature ones who would depend on your own intellect to carry you through. However, by giving of your soul into the hands of God, do you prosper and develop more freely into that which denies the outcome of some situations, knowing full well that it is the hand of God leading and directing you so that you may arise victorious in the end. There is never a time when you will be without the Father, nor his ever-loving approaches, to see that you follow the path that directs you homeward. Take note that we say homeward, as your heavenly Father solely resides in that vast insurmountable environment of time and space, so shall ye abide in joint communication with him by the grace with which he covers you, and by your ability to accept this grace and use it for your own development. There are others here who wish to make themselves known to you, so I will step aside for this time. My love and devotion follows you as you trot onward, but ever faithful to your goal. That was signed, your loving guide.
Michael, I've got to go real quick. The name of the book is An Angel Told Me So. Wilma Jean Jones, Michael McAdams. It's on the Balboa Press, part of Hay House. Michael, thank you very much. Good luck with the book. We need to move on right now. I'm Mark Allen, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. This is Late Night Help. Don't go away. More coming up.
Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Words are a critical aspect of success. How you get your point across is a crucial part of what makes anything sell. So do it right and hire a writer. Whether it's articles, blog posts, technical writings, website content, product descriptions, or ghostwriting anything from a novel to a nonfiction book about your navel, contact Servet Hassan. If you want it to sell, write it right. Email Servet at servet@servethassan.com.